and Adam Babat Suleiman in the house as well. Time for us to take it closer to the action and bring you up to speed as well. Of course, you know how we do it every other day. We'll see what's happening from the home front. Then, of course, I will get to Europe, see what's happening right there before the phone lines will be open to allow you to be a part of the conversation on the show. And yes, of course, from the home front today, starting from the world of wrestling, where President of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, Bashi Adeniyi Adewale, has commended Team Nigeria after the impressive outing at the weekend at 15th African Wrestling Championship, where they emerged overall winners in the women's category. Nigeria won a total of 8 gold and 2 silver medals out of 10 available medals to clinch the title for a record 15 times.
Sports Radio. What else could we call it?
To be a Nigerian now in Alexandria. 5 times national anthems of countries were played. 4 out of 5 times it was the Nigerian national anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee, that was played. So we feel so very proud that we are flying the flag of Nigerians very, very high in faraway Alexandria. I say congratulations to these valiant women who have done us proud. I am quite satisfied. We dropped 1. It could have been 100%, but you know what we have seen now is 80%, which is not too bad. So we are still happy about it. It went very, very well. It is really not a pressure. Right from the first day when we got into the federation, we had made it very, very clear that we are not going to take our eyes off the ball. We must sure that we retain our position, our rightful position in the wrestling hierarchy in Africa, and this is what we have just done.
Sports Radio. What else?
Well, away from wrestling to basketball, where despite the early exit from the Saharan Conference of the Basketball African League, the founder of Macton Flyers, Manasseh Achi, has revealed that he's proud of his side debut outing at the championship. The Nigerian champions suffered their third defeat against Ville Dakar of Senegal 279, which saw them bow out of the tournament. However, Achi stated that it's been a learning curve for them, as facing off against the powerhouses of African basketball was always going to be challenging.
Sports Radio. What else could we call it?
You know, the games, as you guys can see, it's been one hell of a tournament and a ride. We up against the powerhouses in African basketball. When you talk about basketball on the African continent, you talk about North Africa, and we've been faced with all of them, but we've been able to hold our own. It means everything. This is what every club side. This is where every club in Nigeria, every club around Africa, this is where they aspire to be. So it means everything. It just shows growth, development. It shows as a management we're doing something right. So this is very monumental for not just me, but for club or for private owners like myself who engage in the business of basketball. This is where we aspire to be. This is where everybody aspires to be. So it's just this is the pinnacle of African basketball, African club basketball.
Sports Radio. What else could we?
Well, that's the founder speaking right there. Says that it's a learning curve for the team as they got knocked out. Early exit, by the way, from the BAL right there. Adam Suleiman, I talked about this earlier on when they were still in the conversation of maybe trying to see whether they can salvage off of that, start to the conference, but eventually they got knocked out. Your thoughts on Macton Flyers? So far, so good. And what do you think they can take out of the Basketball African League, having been knocked out already?
Yeah. For Macton Flyers, they did what, again, I know we briefly touched upon it last week, and I said, with all due respect, it's just going to be one of those ones where they don't just do what they can. I wasn't expecting a lot because, again, like I said, you are going to play against the very best of the best, and I saw the groupings already: a Moroccan team, a Moroccan and an Egyptian team. They did well. They got themselves, of course, a Flyer Stars. They won their first game, and then from there on, it kind of went south. Which, well, they did what they could do. But I'm not going to, fault. Coach Abdurrahman and his boys. I think they had a fantastic outing at the end of the day. They will look back and tell themselves they gained, worthy experience. A lot of the players in that team were rookies. Some of them have been there. I've been to the BAL before, of course, but the majority of them are actually rookies. First time out there, playing with the best of the best. They did what they could do. Saw their game yesterday as they concluded their conference fixture. Saw their game yesterday against the Senegalese team, Ville Dakar. They could have done better. I'm not going to lie to anybody. At some point, I felt like, because at some point they were with their foot in the game. At some point, it looked like it was close. And then somewhere towards the end of the first half, they just got blown out of the water and they just never recovered from there. So yeah, they could have maybe done better. Some transition moves could have been made better. But all in all, generally, again, for a team that is a rookie in the business, they came, they saw, they couldn't conquer. But I guess at the end of the day, they will look forward and pick up valuable lessons in what it is that they've just experienced.
All away from basketball, quickly to football, where former Super Eagles midfielder Nosa Egebo has criticized the caliber of friendly games lined up for the team, stating that Nigeria should be squaring up against bigger opposition, particularly after missing out on the World Cup. Speaking to Brother Net, Nosa revealed that the team should be facing off against bigger opponents, as games like the ones against Jordan, Zimbabwe, India, and Jamaica isn't helping the country in any way.
Radio. What else could we call it?
The first two friendly games they played against Jordan and Iran. I was asking myself, what are you playing against Jordan for? What are you using those kind of things? This is not how you test your boy. Why can't you play against Brazil? Why can't you play against Germany? Why can't you play against England? What is Jordan? What is Iran? To be honest, I don't know the reason why they are playing this game. In as much as I love this coach, to be honest, he's my guy. But sometimes I don't know the reason for this game. In my mind, I think this guy wants to keep staff. He wants to maintain his winning culture and winning by play draw or something. I think maybe he doesn't want to lose or something. That's what I'm thinking. Because why are you not playing Germany? Why are you not playing England? Why are you not playing Brazil? Why are you going to play Jordan and play this? It's like he's trying to keep his stats. But all these are not games, man. That's just the truth. These are not games. This is the time you need to play things like England and see your face and know that, okay, the next World Cup, we are capable of playing against these guys. We can stand against them. Not playing Iran and playing
Sports Radio. What else?
Well, we played Iran and Jordan. That was in March. We are where we are right now. What we have in Unity Cup forthcoming. We're going to take on India, Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And Jamaica, India, and Zimbabwe for that Unity Cup. And then we have another friendly, I think in June. We're going to take on we're going to take on Portugal and Poland. However, Nosa says we should be aiming for more.
I mean, we should be aiming for more. I'm always open to stepping things up. That's the honest truth. I am very, very open to stepping things up. So, very, very big one. I think I hear where it's coming from. Just a fan. You always want to see the best of it. You always want to see the best of the best at the end of the day. But again, I know we talked about it in March. When it was, even before we even went for the March break, the moment it was announced that we knew what exactly was going on with Iran and Jordan, everybody started asking questions about, really? And, it was all a question of, is this really the best we could do, etc., etc., etc. Compared to what is now. Now, the Unity Cup, I guess I'm starting to get used to the idea of just meeting, with all due respect, lesser national teams. I think that's just like the entire concept of having the Unity Cup. The Unity Cup is a friendly tournament. It's one where it's just trying to merge the African and Caribbean continents together. I know I read about it last year. Now we're seeing India coming there as well. So it's one of those ones where I just think we would almost always have a strong foothold when it comes to the Unity Cup, regardless of however you want to look at it. But as for Poland and Portugal, I think that's a good step. Portugal especially. Only thing I probably would have against Portugal, maybe because we've played them before. And that was about 3, maybe 4 years ago. I know we played Portugal in recent history where we played against Portugal, and there was a little something around it. So yeah, I don't have an issue with them. We played against Portugal in recent history. I remember somewhere in last 6-7 years as well. I know we played against England one time like that as well. So all I'm saying is, yes, we usually get like these headliners once. But maybe if we can get them on a more consistent basis, let our friendly windows actually revolve around some tough oppositions where we can actually say, oh yeah, sure, we're doing this, we're doing that. Then maybe, of course, that becomes a better conversation for the Super Eagles. But as of what compared, but one thing I'm trying to say is, you can see the big step up from what was in March to what is coming in May, especially in June. Even May, you can still make an argument. But from March to June, you can see a proper step up in the opposition, and you can tell that there's been a level up for the difficulty of the opposition. So let's see what comes out of it.
Well, away from the home front, quickly, let's get to Europe as quickly as possible. We're going to start from La Liga, yes, because we saw what happened over the weekend for the Los Blancos. There were 2 new winners over Espanyol. They had to delay what can eventually happen, the inevitable. Although, if you ask the average Real Madrid fan, they could tell you, say, they can still fight for the title. In fact, now what of Arbeloa? He has refused to accept the fact that the season, is over for Real Madrid. He believes they can still fight for the La Liga title. That is all they have to fight for. And he says his team will not give up without a fight. However, it was a 2-0 win, for Real Madrid against Espanyol. And one of the questions that Arbeloa was asked, he was asked if he thinks Vinicius Junior is more committed than Kylian Mbappe. Now, he refused to be drawn in that particular comparison, and rightly so. I mean, no manager would want to fuel an argument where people are trying to say who is better, Vinicius or Mbappe. So he refused to be drawn into the argument. And in the words of Arbeloa, he says, I don't compare players. You need all the players. I've always said it. You need all the players' commitment to win games. He says, it hurts me when I see other teams run more than us. We need the commitment of all the players if you want to be a complete team. Talent alone is not enough. This is Real Madrid. Players have to understand what Real Madrid is. Now, he did not play against Espanyol, Adam, but for what is worth, they won that game, and Kylian Mbappe's name, was the one that was strengthened, especially because there were pictures of him, he's currently recovering from a hamstring injury, and there were pictures of him with his, I think, partner also, having a boat ride and so on and so forth. And I've gone on to, check certain sources, and the report we will see is that some of the players are not happy with Mbappe's holiday trip to Italy. It's currently in Italy, and there is now a separation reportedly between him and the locker room. According to reports, the club finds it hard to understand the players' behavior in difficult times for the club, with Barcelona on the verge of winning La Liga. And there are people who think, we know you're recovering from hamstring injury, but you may not be playing, but show some level of support to the team. Maybe by not going to on a vacation to Italy, maybe just find a way and still stay around while trying to cheer your team to maybe do the comeback against Barcelona. But for me, Adam, I don't know if this is just coincidence, but we saw Vinicius against Espanyol over the weekend, and we saw how they were able to cruise the victory without Kylian Mbappe. So for them, no Mbappe, no problem. It brings us back to that conversation we've been having over and over and over again. Do you think indeed this Real Madrid team performed better without Kylian Mbappe, or is it just down to coincidence? Now, anytime they know they will lose the game.
So this whole, do they play better with Vini or without Vini, or with Mbappe and without Mbappe, all of these things, I think we've been here. I feel like we've been here too many times. The conversation has been had in different ways. The question has been asked in multiple forms, and it just feels like we're going in circles at this point in time. But that's by the way. The whole concept of his attitude, he's injured, brother, Kylian Mbappe right now can do just so much for Real Madrid. Like you pointed out, he's injured, which kind of means like he has time off and there's really not much he can do. Alex Iwobi is currently injured for Fulham. He was at home watching Arsenal beat God's heavens out of his Fulham team within 45 minutes. All he did was sit at home and say, I hate being injured because I would have loved to play in this game. And he sat back at home and watched the game and watched Arsenal beat. So if you are going to play well without me, I really don't need to be there. All the whole concept of it should have been there. I'm pretty sure there's also been game season where Real Madrid have had Kylian Mbappe injured at some point. He was in the stands watching the game, and Real Madrid still did not perform. It's not going to make any difference. He's not on the pitch in that moment. He cannot affect the game. We just like being lied to. We as people, we enjoy being lied to, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because that's exactly what it is. We like being lied to. Let me explain what I mean by that. Because all of a sudden, everybody believes, if he had sat in the stadium and watched the game for 90 minutes, or if he was on the touchline, cheering the boys up, all of a sudden that means he has good intentions, or he's the next best thing after sliced bread because he's there. Again, I am not saying all of a sudden your intentions are not good because you are away or because you are there. All I am trying to point out is the same way you said something, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, he said the heart of man only go, you never can know what exactly somebody is thinking about. It's the exact same thing. Kylian Mbappe is away from the team. We don't know if he sent a message to their group chat this morning and saying, go out there and get the job done. Good luck to you guys. That is already enough motivation, and that is his own bit that he can contribute, because that is off the field contribution. Him not being there, I'm not saying, let's not make it look like all of a sudden, he should have posted on social media to say, good luck boys, or he should have been there. Why? So that's just eye service.
Do you think the team play better without Real Madrid.
Do they play better without
Kylian Mbappe? Yes.
That guy has 40 goals for them this season. Why are we like this?
So for you, not just coincidence that for anytime
it's arguable.
For anytime he's not available.
We've also had this conversation about. So we've once had a conversation about if Kylian is not there, it looks like there is a disconnect between. We've talked about if Kylian is there, it looks like there is a disconnect between him and Vini. On some occasions as well, we've seen both of them play very well. So what magic is there when they play together well, and when it seems like there is a disconnect in there? I feel like whatever it is that's going on with Real Madrid, again, you can stand wherever you want. Last week it was a conversation about Fiorentino believes they can keep both of them and they can carry on with the future with both of them present. Yes, that was conversation. At some point it was looking like the report said, that was the exact situation. Again, this Real Madrid team have commanded bigger players in 1-11, bigger than just two guys. So I really don't see the problem with the whole they play better with him or play better without him. I said what I said last week and I'll repeat it again. As for when it comes to Vini, Mbappe and all the other teammates and everything, it just comes down to pure chemistry and understanding. If they understand themselves well, if they play according to what it is that the manager can find, if the manager can find a system that fits both of them or fits all the players involved, Jude, Vini, Kylian, Rodrigo, as long as there is an understanding and there is a chemistry in there, I think Real Madrid are good to go. So the idea of saying all of a sudden, they don't, every time he's not there, they don't play well. Go back and check. There have been instances where Real Madrid still lost when he's not there. So let's not make it look like Kylian is the ultimate villain in the team. Everybody needs to rest.
Anyways, away from that particular one, but we open the phone lines. I would love to hear from you on the show. What you think, do you think it's just coincidence that he's not available in certain games for Real Madrid and then Vinicius Junior finds a way as a balance in the team and get the job done? You think it's just down to, the team playing better when Vinicius is available? Adam says, it's not like that. It's about, finding that chemistry when both of them are available or when either of them is not available at the same time. But if you watch that game against Espanyol, as we speak, it was 2-0 and Vinicius was on the score sheet, for Real Madrid to ensure they picked up 3 points in that particular game. But away from that one as well, Adam, quickly to the Premier League, we saw a handful of, games over the weekend. I think the biggest one for me personally was Arsenal's 3-0 victory over Fulham, and I think it was down to the fact that one of the players who has been heavily criticized this season found his way on the score sheet, and that's Victor Gyökeres. I had to go check up this guy's numbers, and I just realized he scored 21 goals in all competitions, 14 in the Premier League, and the rest are in other competitions as well. Adam Suleiman, is it safe to say that Victor Gyökeres has proven his doubters wrong?
That's always you have doubts. Hey, for me, he's done his bit. I know we talked. He was section of football base, and I think something similar came up with Victor and his numbers and everything. But the moment he scored on Saturday when the game was on, I know one of the things that came to my mind was, yes, he did it. Yes, he did it. Being the target I set at the very beginning of the season was when I remember very well. When the number was, I'm pretty sure you asked me that question at the beginning of the season. He scored 60 goals in the Portuguese league. How many will he get in his debut season? What will count as good for himself when it comes to a debut season in the Premier League? And I said, if he gets 20 all competitions, I think he's done well. And I remember the reaction at the time was, for a guy that's scoring 60, that's a low blow. That's too small. That's this, that's that. And I'm like, the Premier League is not nice to newcomers. There is not a lot of newcomers, and I know people gave me the concept of Erling Haaland. Again, not every striker is Erling Braut Haaland that can walk into the Premier League and instantly hit the ground running. We've seen strikers also come into the Premier League from outside and just not be those guys. Whatever numbers you are doing outside the Premier League is a different ball game entirely. So when I said the number 20, it felt like it was too small. But realistically
20,
now,
was 15.
20 all competitions was what I said at the beginning of the season. And so far so good. He's the third highest scorer in the Premier League this season. All competitions as well for Premier League players. He's the third highest scorer. Now, say what you want to say about, this. But he has done his bit. He has contributed his own quota to the Arsenal team. And even in the Arsenal team that he has walked into this season, he is their highest scorer. So I think Victor, for all it is that you want to say, even in games where he has not exactly performed or delivered on the goals or delivered on everything, the one thing I think I have noticed with him when it comes to Victor is you can never question his work ethic, or will I call it his ability. You can never question his dedication to the badge. You can tell he's a guy that has good intention. Never stop running, never stop charging, never stop pushing, and all of that. His numbers will tell you in some games he had maybe just 6 or 7 touches. I know it's been that bad sometimes, but at the same time, you look at it and you're like, at the end of the day, he still does it.
So would you say he lived up to expectation, at least in his first season?
I set a 20.
If you're going to give him,
I set a 20 goal marker for him. He scored 21, and there's a couple of games left in the season. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so 14 goals in the Premier League, 1 assist, 1 goal in the EFL Cup, 1 assist, 5 goals in the UEFA Champions League, 1 assist as well. Adam says you don't exceed. I mean, he has actually met the expectations. This guy came from a league where he was scoring 50 goals. He's been able to score 21 for Arsenal this season. Would you say indeed he has met the expectation? I mean, personally, because we all had expectations for Victor Gyökeres when the news about Arsenal potentially signing him, even when they eventually signed him, and now he's getting the goals for them, banging in the goals for them. There are some people who feel that he hasn't done enough. I mean, we need to see him score 30, 40, 50 before we can say this is the Victor Gyökeres we were expecting to see. And there are people who think, no, 20 goals in your debut season for Arsenal. I think there are about only three players who scored 20 plus goals for Arsenal in their debut season.
Alexis Sanchez was 1.
Thierry Henry was 2. Ian Wright was the third person. I think there are only 3 players have been able to score 20 plus goals.
Now,
in their debut season
look at
for
the names
Arsenal.
You just called. Look at the names you just called. Thierry Henry will go down as a legend in the Arsenal team. Almost 200 goals for Arsenal. Ian Wright as well, of course, goes down as a legend in the Arsenal history. Alexis Sanchez is a guy that everybody respects when you talk about Arsenal today, and what you can say was the final days under Arsene Wenger, the early beats under Unai Emery. Alexis Sanchez was, of course, very, very revered, and people believe after he left Arsenal, the United move did not work out. He tried to reduce. People believe after Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez might not have been that same guy again. If you look at the trajectory of his career, all I am trying to point out is I'm not saying Victor would end up in the same class of these guys. I hope he does, of course. I hope he ends up being, having a fantastic career with club and everything. But all I'm saying is, when you look at the kind of names that you are putting him in context with, can you really judge the boy and say, oh yeah, sure, let's wash him away and say because he didn't score 50 goals in the... He has 20 goals this season. How many strikers this season genuinely have 20 goals and belong to top teams? Na person by Benjamin Šeško. When Benjamin, again, this is not. I'm not straight. I'm not giving anybody strays or anything.
It was still a straight bullet.
Person by Benjamin. Benjamin has 10 goals in the Premier League this season. And people will tell you, oh yeah, sure. I mean, okay, make that 11. He scored yesterday. But at the end of the day, they will tell you, Benjamin is picking up and everything. So why is the same cane that is being used to cushion Benjamin's shoulder used to flog Victor? Or not be person by Nick Fotamada in the summer market for 80 million euros. Again, you look at what that guy has done in the Premier League this season. Not exactly a lot. The best performers in the Premier League this season, the best performing strikers in the Premier League this season, fact check me right now, you would find out that they are guys that have been in Premier League for seasons before. Hugo was having a time, but as well you look at it, his numbers were not as good as Victor, even before he suffered an injury. By the time he balanced it out, Hugo was actually doing decently as well, but he did not hit that. Unfortunately, now he's injured and everything. But he and Victor were more or less par on par. You look at the best performing strikers right now. Haaland, that's a guy that's been in the Premier League for what? This is his fourth season, if I'm not mistaken. Igor Thiago, this is not his fourth. I mean, it might be his first season properly playing, but injuries. He's had a couple of appearances from last season.
And he was once upon a time was in the Premier League.
Did he ever play for Brighton in the Premier League?
Did he not play?
He never made an appearance in the Premier League. He was with Brighton. They sent him to the Championship with Coventry City. By the time he came back, they sold him straight to Sporting Lisboa. He never appeared in the Premier League for Brighton, even when he was with them. So, for a guy who is actually here properly for the first time, I think he's done his bit.
All right, we're going to open the phone lines and hear from you very soon. But Adam, in the words of Tim Sherwood, he says if Manchester City drop points tonight against Everton, that the title race is over. In the words of Tim Sherwood, he says if they don't take maximum points tonight, the season is over. Your thoughts on that?
Potentially, yeah.
If the
team might not be wrong. He said what he said, and you start looking at it at this point in time. One of the few things that I know I've talked about is, although I do understand that City have trickier fixtures, I think that's one thing everybody has agreed upon. That City have trickier fixtures into the final run compared to the Arsenal team. But Arsenal are taking care of business. They've won 2 of their 5 already, and now it is time for City to also step up to the plate and play 2 of said 5
Do you think
games.
the pressure is on City right now?
Psychologically, yes.
Okay.
Because Arsenal have already kicked. Arsenal have fired the first salvo, and now it is up to them to respond. If by any means you take a misstep, now you can't wait and say, oh yeah, sure. You can't exactly wait and say, oh yeah, sure. Arsenal will definitely. They've done it already. Arsenal have played 34 and 35. You guys are just about to play 34 and 35. They have kicked to you the psychological football. It is now down to you to kick it back to them. Because I mean, I know Arsenal don't, after the Atletico game, Arsenal don't play again until maybe like Sunday or Monday, as a matter of fact. And between then, I think City play all their 2 games and they can catch up, and then it becomes a thing again. All I'm trying to point out is, for Manchester City at this point in time, yes, the pressure is indeed on them. And as it goes, which is the most important bit, at this stage of the season, this is where you want to be perfect. You want to win games. You want to score more goals than your opposition, because again, this title fight could go down to goal scored and goal difference and all of that stuff as well. So you want to start looking at all these nitty gritties. It is more than just winning games. It is winning games by enough goals as well for Manchester City. So on the one hand, yeah, sure, you can get a 1-0 against Everton, but you start telling yourself, oof, that chance that we missed. Oof, we could have done this better. We could have made it 3-0. By the time you start looking at all those extra beats left and right, for the Arsenal team watching, if the Arsenal team are interested and they feel like watching tonight, they are telling themselves, even if City win, they are telling themselves, let it not be something so massive that it will inject into their goal difference, that they can still stay on top ahead of on goal difference and all of that. So yes, for City, it is one thing for you to win. You now have to back of your mind start thinking about the goal difference that you have to cover as well. So yes, Arsenal have kicked the psychological football to them. Let's see what comes out of it.
Well, Tim Sherwood says if Man City fail to pick up maximum points today against Everton, that they should kiss the title goodbye. The title race, he says, will be over. There's 6 points. Arsenal are top, and of course, it's a 4+4 goal difference for Arsenal over Manchester City. They play Everton tonight by 8 p.m. But do you indeed agree with Tim Sherwood? If they drop points tonight, would you say the title race is over? If Manchester City drop points against Everton, perhaps 3 points, perhaps maybe just 2 and pick up only 1, would you say the title race is over? That's for Tim Sherwood's comment. Also for Victor Gyökeres, has he proven you wrong? That guy was criticized, so many things have been said, and so far so good. He done scored 21 goals for Arsenal. So for you as a fan, or maybe as a rival fan, however it is you stand, would you say Victor Gyökeres indeed has exceeded expectation? Has he met your expectation? Has he exceeded the expectation? And would you say indeed for a player playing in his 4th season for Arsenal, he has done well? And also for Real Madrid, back to winning ways, back no Mbappe, but they found a way to get that job done. Of course, Arbeloa clearly did not want to be drawn into that comparison between Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius, but he made a statement where he says talent is not enough. I don't know if he's trying to also pass a message with that statement. He says talent is not enough, and in Real Madrid, we work together, we press, we run, and it's not enough for you to just say you have talent and say you want to represent the Los Blancos. But so far so good. Would you say indeed that the Real Madrid team played better without Kylian Mbappe, or would you say it's just coincidence that whenever he's not available, the team find a way to get back to winning ways? But Adam, it is what it is. 090-44,889, same number on WhatsApp, of course, and also you get to call us as well. 090-44,889. Let's hear from you on the show. Hello, welcome.
Hello, welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Adam and Madam. How was the weekend?
My name is Eva. Welcome.
Eva, okay. Thank you, Mr. Tisha.
Welcome.
I think anything apart from winning today for City, we lost the title already. If we don't get the victory today, so we should say bye-bye for the title. We Manchester City, we know that we will not allow the title get over today. We'll make sure that we'll get the 3 points today. But if it happens that we didn't get the 3 points, bye-bye, Arsenal all the way to win the Champions League. And Cockroach, what do you call him? Honestly, he has proven wrong.
Oh, okay, Victor Gyökeres. Did you just call him Cockroach?
Yes,
go on.
Yes, he has proven wrong. What they have done for Arsenal, it worth it. Because I don't know how much they're bought over $90 million, over £90 million.
No, it wasn't that costly. It was 60.
He cost 63 million pounds.
If you remove all the score for Arsenal will not be where they are now. Are you getting it? So by another 2-3, this guy will be like Haaland. He's a fantastic striker. So I love the guy. Good afternoon.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon. It wasn't bought for 90.
It cost 55 million pounds.
So 55 million pounds. That was the amount they paid Sporting CP to get him to Arsenal. It wasn't up to 90.
No, so it was.
I think the 90 million was Nick.
So
Nick.
let me give you the full breakdown. 63.5 million pounds the actual fee, 10 million in add-ons. So roughly 73.5 million pounds. By the time you total that together, you are looking at 73.5 million euros. I beg your pardon. By the time you convert that to pounds, you are looking at about 63.8 million pounds.
Okay.
So less than 65 million pounds was what they paid for Victor in totality.
Okay. Hello.
Or is what to be paid because well.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Yeah. Welcome.
How are you doing?
Madam, this is John from Ojo. John Kute from Ojo.
John.
Well, yeah, John Kute from Ojo. Well, I would say Victor Gyokeres have done well. This is just 3 months to go to the end of the season. He has scored 14 goals in the league, another 6 goals, other 7 goals in all competitions. That is 21 in total. So he has done well. And for Man City tonight, I want to see heartbreak for Man City tonight. I just want Everton to do what they know how to do best. They should just do something that will make Pep cry. So I'm supporting Everton tonight on Arsenal fan.
Okay. All right.
You didn't need to tell us you're an Arsenal fan.
You don't need to tell us. I think it was so clear when you commended your president and went on to go against Man City. I think Arsenal are about the only fan base tonight that would be against Man City. You know, they're going to watch that game hoping that, and for obvious reasons, you can't even fault them because Man City would do the same thing too if they were in Arsenal's position.
Even if Chelsea fans are not even if Chelsea fans want City to win, Chelsea fans want City to win. Also, apart from the obvious fact that maybe they want to ban Arsenal and say, oh yeah, sure, keep on the tails. If Everton win tonight, your European champion, your European aspirations, your chances,
like do you get so
won't get lower.
So I think
Chelsea play before them anyway, so we'll see exactly what Chelsea do this afternoon when they play against Forest. If you don't win today, you will have to support Man City at night. If you don't win in the afternoon,
today,
you will have more reason to support Man City at night because if Everton win, you are going even. I
mean, they're currently 9th. Chelsea are currently 9th. So if Everton wins, it makes it more difficult for them. The WhatsApp line is still open. 09044,889. Also get to test on WhatsApp on that line as well. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
We can hear you. Welcome.
Good afternoon. This is Shagun.
Shagun, we can hear you.
I just say you guys are doing it.
Sorry?
I just want to say you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yes, do you indeed agree with Tim Sherwood that the Premier League title race will be over if Man City fail to pick up maximum points against Everton? And also, when you look at the situation between, we talked about Real Madrid, yes, the Real Madrid situation with or without Vinicius Junior, would you say is it just coincidence that they get to win when it's not available, or would you say no, indeed the team plays better without Kylian Mbappe in that team? And also for Victor Gyokeres, so far so good. Would you say as a fan, has he exceeded your expectation, or do you still have doubts about Victor Gyokeres? 09044,889.
Hello.
Hello, Adam.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, and this is a caller.
Welcome.
Yeah. If I greet you, good afternoon.
I greet you too. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, Eva.
Yes, you're welcome. Good afternoon.
About the Gyokeres, I want to ask you a question. This Gyokeres, he did tax João Pedro this season.
You did do what?
He did tax João Pedro in performance this season. João Pedro.
That's up to you to decide.
That's for you to decide. You can't ask us that question. That's for you to decide.
But if you are looking for the numbers, I'll be more than happy to. I'll be more than happy to let you know he has more numbers. But go on. I don't think that's correct. Okay.
But what's your point? What are you trying to say? That he hasn't proven you wrong?
No, the Gyokeres is athletic. if Joao Pedro is in that Arsenal.
Oh, come on. We're not talking about Joao Pedro. Waiting be this.
Joao
We're not talking about
Joao
Joao
Pedro has 19 goals in all competitions this season. So yes, I was guessing initially, but yeah, I can confirm to you that Joao Pedro does not have better numbers than Victor.
So
and all of this,
I don't even know.
If
yeah, I mean, look at what we have right now. We're not asking you about Nobody has mentioned Joao Pedro in this conversation. We're not comparing him with anybody. We're asking you based off on the hype that surrounded the buying of Gyökeres into Arsenal, his performance when he was in Portugal, his Sporting CP, and the fact that he has scored 21 goals. Would you say he has exceeded your expectation, or do you still have doubts? Or were you expecting him to do more than he has done already? That's for Victor. Tim Sherwood says, if Man City fails to pick up maximum points today, Otilo, do you think it's correct? If they fail to win Everton, that it is over in the title race? And for Real Madrid, Abaloa doesn't want to make comparison between Vinicius and Kylian Mbappe. But would you say indeed Real Madrid thrive better without Kylian Mbappe in the team? Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome.
My name is John from Ikeda.
John.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, John. Sincere apologies, brother. Looks like network was not nice. Try to call us back if you can. 090 44,889.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
My name is Vitalis.
Your name is Vitalis.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the game. So if Man City, if they don't win today, I see them not winning today. They are like going to crash today.
Oh my God.
If they're starting over,
we never even start to talk about their match for night. We are done.
So I want to about Victor Gyökeres. So Victor Gyökeres for me is speaking to expectation because he's trying to do this one goal. I see I'm end up with 30 goals before spring of police.
30 goals? Are we kidding?
I see I'm end up with 30 goals.
Oh, come on.
End of the season.
So nine goals in another word.
So are you with us? Are you aware we have like maybe how many games to the end of the season?
There's 3 in the Premier League, maybe 2
potentially
max,
2. And you're failing to score 9 in 5 games.
That's some Erling Haaland type thing.
Can we be realistic?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but calm down.
Welcome.
Hello, Adam Babaseleman.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Go on. What's your name? Welcome.
Welcome is my name.
You're welcome. Talk to us.
Adam, Man City Everton today. If Man City failed to beat Everton and Arsenal beat West Ham on Sunday, it's all over. If they fail to beat Everton today and Arsenal happen to beat West Ham on Sunday, it's all over. They should forget it. That's
it's okay.
And, for Gyökeres, yes, he's not living up to his institution, but we are giving him average.
Okay, so he hasn't exactly lived up to expectation, but average. Okay.
Yes. I think by next season it will be okay. It will be okay by next season.
All right.
Okay.
We have been showing the sign that it is not time that it will be okay by next season. Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Not exactly lived up to expectation, but average. Adam, I'm going to ask this because it's something I've been thinking to myself for a very long time. Amad Diallo for Manchester United. Should they consider selling him in the summer?
They have to buy someone. I mean, I know.
The
question has once
there
been,
is a sharp decline.
The question has once been, should they get, what reinforcement should they get? And I know at some point I was like,
they deep in front of
everybody keeps talking about Joshua Zexi should leave. Everybody keeps talking about, they should not bring back Rasmus Højlund. Well, let's not lie to ourselves. Yeah. When it comes to Amad, I don't want United might want to learn from Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard was a guy that I think United was stuck on for way too long in terms of what it could become. And Jesse became, and they waited for Jesse. But he never really hit
the
height. And then they took him out. They loaned him out to West Ham United. He did well with West Ham, and then they brought him back, and he just still was not that guy. And at the end of the day, now Jesse Lingard plays in, I believe, in Brazil now.
Is this something you think the club should consider, or should they give him more time? Like I talk, I can't explain the dip in form from Amad Diallo. Once upon a time he was very good, and then now I can't even understand the problem.
I would put it to you this way: Amad is a kid. Amad was
in a team where everyone seemed to have
Amad was brought in as a kid. He was brought in as a kid. And I think his first season, okay, fine. You're still young, you know. And I think, and they paid well for him. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they paid decently to Atalanta at the time when they brought him in. And you know, he came in, and they were like, okay, what exactly are we expecting here? I think they paid. So when United bought him, they paid about 15 million or so for him at the time. Then of course came in with United in 2021. This is about 5 seasons in now. You are no longer a child. The idea of you still have potential. You are 23. I know you are still young, but if at 23 you have been at United for 5 years, and I know yes you went on loan, and that loan spell with Sunderland, I felt like there was something there. He actually did well. So then bringing him back after that loan spell, I understood. And then we still can't trust. I mean, of course, it starts games for them, which of course shows. But genuinely, you ask yourself, is he starting games for them right now because he's that good? Or because they don't have any other option.
Don't really have, and even when he starts, I'm not really seeing any significant impact from him. I just see any missed chances and
Amad Diallo is supposed to. And again, okay, let's even
scrap something they should consider.
Okay, under Ruben, they were playing you as a wing back. Oh yeah, fine. Under Carrick, what have you produced for us, brother? Was it Brentford they played on? They played against Brentford the other night.
You know what I'm saying is because I was invested in Man Liverpool over the weekend.
I was angry. Amad could have easily opened the scoring. Kobe Mainu did all the hard work, dribbled 2 players, dribbled the goalkeeper, handed the ball to you,
and he messed it up. And then we saw it again, over the weekend, and I was so invested, and I was like,
over the weekend, I joined a little bit.
Is it something they should consider? I'm just putting this out there.
Amad can be upgraded, that's for sure.
Is it something they should consider? Manchester United.
Amad can be upgraded. The same way United are looking at
Diallo, or perhaps. Give him more time. I'm not even a Man fan.
The same way you look at some of the names, like maybe you say Luke Shaw, maybe it's time for him to go. You look at Mazraoui and you tell yourself maybe they can get somebody better. I understand. The same way I think Amad Diallo can be upgraded. If Amad is fine with being a second option, fine. But I think if United are looking at the Champions League next season,
which they are, because
they've qualified for Champions League.
They have qualified, yeah.
So now you're looking at it next season. Amad is the guy that, with all due respect, might have to go down and start playing the Carabao Cup in the early rounds.
So maybe get an upgrade who can compete in the big competitions at the Champions League, Premier League, and then
I think because if you are looking at Bayern Munich on a Tuesday night, I don't think that guy is the guy you want. I don't think that guy is the guy you want.
Okay, Manchester United fans, I would love you to share your thoughts on this while you're reacting to others as well. I have to just recall Amad Diallo. I mean, this guy has been missing for a number of games right now. So, is this something you think the United board should consider letting him go, or perhaps like Adam has suggested, keep him in the team but get an upgrade? Maybe keep him since you're going to compete on all 4 fronts next season. You might want to have an Amad Diallo playing a Carabao Cup or FA Cup, while you have an elite winger playing that particular position. For Amad Diallo, your thoughts on this particular situation, while you're reacting to the situation at Real Madrid, Victor Gyökeres, and also the words of Tim Sherwood. Hello, welcome. Okay, call us back if you can, or go on WhatsApp and drop a comment for us. Good afternoon, even Adam. Gyökeres needs to settle in. He's a prolific striker, no doubt. His numbers, though, below expectation, but he has really tried. Arsenal must win this title. They've done everything to win it. I'm expecting Everton to draw City tonight. Why is Chelsea playing on a Monday afternoon when we are all working? We will still watch highlights and come back to batter them more. Okay? All right, thank you. Don't worry, we're here for you. Hello?
Hello, Diva and Adam.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, go on.
This is Sam United from Mississippi.
Sam.
See, for me, for this case, that guy, if not for one thing, for someone to sell him, you see that way do it. Don't be saying, since under Michael Carrick.
Yeah, and it's surprising because players are found from under Michael Carrick. Why you can't struggle?
Reach your turn.
You get everybody find from you can't struggle.
You see, why I think they should give him more time. I watched Amad play under Ruben Amorim. He performed very well.
Yeah, he was doing well.
He was performing. He even had an hat-trick last week. So
yeah, I guess Southampton.
If not for ranking, for some of them still on, but as I've already said, at least you have Carabao Cup, all these small trophies, all these small competitions in the play. At least if you use good here. Because if you use that kind of person, go play PSG and 10-0. Because if you're giving the ball away, it needs to just like that hard way he raised up was, I was saying, wait till they raise up, wait till you do this. I said, I hand with me. Don't worry, I'm going to just give him time. Because if this way, let's not judge him because of what is happening. Maybe something is wrong. I don't understand. Let's just give him more time. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Let's give you more time. Give you more time, Amad Diallo. All right, that's also a conversation you can share your opinion on as well. Give him more time or consider letting him go when the smart transfer window starts. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Original Solomon from Asam Bagada.
Welcome.
Our market, Shebi, I see what I tell you on Fans Corner on Saturday. I say if they escape Bruno, they no go escape Casemiro, they no go escape Olonfumi, then that is good. What is happening now? You see this issue, In fact, I'm a die-hard Man U fan. Not that I supported Man U, I started supporting Man U in just recently. I supported Man. I'm 52 years now. Since 19 something. Let me say 1980. 82. Now I begin to support Man U.
Okay.
You see, we were crying for this Champions League. And then it's here. Please, no experiment. We have already used Ahmad. I'm not saying Ahmad is not good. He's good. He was good, sure, understand, during Amorim time. And I'm giving him enough time. For how long? He's been there. Nobody give him all the coaches that come. He did not send him on loan. He's playing under different coaches. He play under Amorim. He play under the Hart. Okay, they sent him at least once or twice on loan. At least coming back now, he's supposed to be a man, not a child again. Because the Champions League that we are
going for.
I don't want any experiment. It's for men. It's for men. It's not for child. If he wants to prove himself wrong, he should to prove defeated. He should look at the level of Michael Olise. Because it's the same, let me say, it's the same, if not for 8 men, it's the same group. So, again, like if you put Michael Olise and Ahmad side to side,
Okay, so you're all for let him go in the smart transfer window. That's what you're saying.
Let him go.
Okay.
Because it's like that plan is permanently for him. So
no competition. Okay. All right. Thank you. So let him go, or buy a player to provide competition for Amad Diallo, so he knows that you're not the first choice in that particular role. Okay. Maybe by then he go buckle up. Hello. Welcome.
Hello, Eva and Adam.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
Rap Nation. Yeah. Now for Man City, matter full matter. Nothing concerning with those who take us. For Manchester City, if they fail to win today's match, let them consider that title gone.
Over.
But me, I see them say they will still win. Not because whether they banter anybody. Me do not do. Anyone will win. I do okay with them. After all, we are not rival. But what are the titles? If they lose anything, may they draw that match today.
It's over.
May they just kiss that title goodbye. So that's my own. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. If they fail to win today, Tim Sherwood says, kiss the Premier League title goodbye. It is finished if they fail to win their game against Everton. Would you say, indeed, Tim Sherwood is right? Has Victor Gyökeres exceeded your expectation? The expectation you had of Victor Gyökeres when Arsenal bought him, with 21 goals in all competitions this season, would you say he has exceeded your expectation? If you're a Man U fan, Amad Diallo has been a shadow of himself under Michael Carrick. While players are finding their form, getting rejuvenated. Harry Maguire, Kobe Mainoo, and so on and so forth. Casemiro and the rest of them. These guys seem to have lost form. The deep in form so far so good. Would you suggest that the Man U board consider letting Diallo go in the smart transfer window, or keep him but get someone else to provide competition for him as well? And also for Real Madrid, Alvaro Arbeloa, Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., the situation with that club so far. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Adam and Ivan.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so for your question for Victor Gokore, he has. In all the Premier League, it's just only 3 people. Alan, this guy in Brentford, what's his name?
Thiago.
Is it Brentford?
Igor
Thiago, yes.
Yes, and Victor. That's the only 3 people that have no common and 20. So he has. And then for Man City, I know they will drop points today, so there's no need of
You know,
yes,
as the oracle.
I know. That's it.
Okay. All right, thank you. I know. You know.
I make Man City just fight me like 4-0.
Okay. Everywhere go blow.
The 4 goals when you get as good difference.
You go clear. Like 4-0. You go clear.
Your mind go first day. Your mind go first day.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my fellow, this is Odion. So
not Igalo.
Carry go.
Yeah, I saw my fellow comrade, Zeno. I think it's going to be a draw. So if they don't win today, Otilon here.
It's over.
So go play Pokoli for them, Otilon.
Otilon.
I tell my fellow, come now, we get this league. You know, Yoruba people will say, money baba league bejo. I don't go interpret.
I am with you.
The young parents, man, that's my guy, yo.
Has he exceeded the expectation, Odion? Be very sincere to yourself.
Yes. But they're not giving him the passes I want to score now. So for me, I've done very well. 21 goals so far. 14 in the league, other one in other competitions. So next season, you go pull up small, then go score more goals. So 21 is not that bad now.
Okay.
Not that bad. So,
Okay.
Kudos to the rest. Adam, I did so. We are getting there. You know, so they invite you for a party. We are getting there.
All right.
I'll go put that on my calendar. Don't worry.
Don't count your eggs yet. They never hatch. When I come down. Now the plan party. We never
Can you ask us?
Don't count it yet.
This is how you know I'm a
Don't
good person.
count your eggs yet.
This is how you know I'm a good person.
What's that?
How many fan base don't invite you for a party?
Oh, please.
You get why? Because you're not a good person.
Nah, it has nothing to do with being good. It's just because you're making a case for Arsenal since day one. That's why I'm neither here nor there. So, now why? Hello? Now why?
Yes, good afternoon to everybody in the studio.
Welcome, how are you doing?
Yes, my name is Mr. Bright. I'm an icon of Manchester City.
This should be good.
I don't laugh in cacophonic laugh. See, I want just to highlight, I just want us to base on that Manchester City match and Everton. See, I don't think I think only the foolish ones die minutes before their time. Yes, I'm not yes. I'm not fast. They will be held disappointed. They're not going to want to come.
Mr. Bright, you're not answering the question.
Answer the question.
If you drop points tonight, would you concede that the title race is over?
See, it goes for country where you go allowed to dream. See, I'm not anything losing. See, it's less than 20 minutes. They don't chop like 4. See, this country I know the original because if you all this drama with the Manchester City drop points and title don't how many bad experience will you see all this country I know the original.
Honorable.
Okay.
I have. You keep going in a different direction. I like the fact where you said, oh yeah, sure, you don't want to think about it. That's fine. Leave it at that. There's no need to now write me like 12 different triangles. Please.
Okay. On WhatsApp, Patrick says that Man U will play in the Champions League, so upgrade is needed for Ahmad. He should not be sold. We need squad depth. Eva Arbeloa is not Madrid standard. Okay. Good afternoon, Brila. My name is Mensa from Lake. My own opinion for Ahmad's situation, I want him to be given more chance. Let's see. Dio from Winnipeg, Canada says, good afternoon, my dynamic duo. How you doing? We're fine. Regards to discussion today, if City drop points, then mathematically they are still in it, but psychologically it's devastating and over. For Victor Gyökeres, it's a decent season. He has lived up to that expectation but not exceeded. Okay. Also for Ahmad, he has really dropped in form, and they can keep him for the other club trophy games. Okay. So keep him for the other ones. Don't send him off. I don't even big push leave us now fans. Keep Frank Abasa the Ghanaian. Same leave us now fans. That's an even Adam, which I'm a Chelsea fan. Imagine Igor Thiago that we don't even know. That we don't even know the amounts they bought him for. Arsenal fans are comparing him to a striker whom they bought for 70 million King finance pounds. Plus, Arsenal fans don't have shame. The striker Victor has not done anything better than a 15 million pound striker, so he has not done anything yet. As for Man City, they should draw or lose today. I don't want them to see the league. As for Amad Diallo, Man U fans are ungrateful people. That is how they pursued that irrelevant player they call Hanacho to our club. Ahmad is still good and will still come good. Please let him send him to Chelsea and collect Hanacho and collect Hanacho into their own team. Where they do exchange. Okay, we're wrapping up the conversation, but we can still, take a few more calls on the show this afternoon. Yes, we're asking you if you do agree with Team Sherwood, if you think indeed Victor Gyökeres exceeded expectation, and of course for Amad Diallo as well. Do you think that young man should be up for sale in the smart transfer window, or be let go, or be given more chance when the season starts as well? Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Adam.
Welcome. How are you doing? What's your name?
Yeah, my name is John from Iketa. The first time I called, he caught simple.
Probably the network or something.
Yeah. So, concerning Diallo, Adam Diallo, he has dropped form, but let's just give him time. He'll come good, eventually come good. And he can also bring in players to each competition. Because competition brings out the best, or bring out the best in a player.
Okay. When you bring players, okay.
For Team Sherwood, I won't say it's over if Man City stop pointing. You don't know what Arsenal will play in their last 3 games. Football is a very funny game.
Okay.
You might think that because of they have won their last 2 games that they will continue winning. You don't know. Football is a very funny game. So I don't agree with what Michelle said.
Okay.
For Real Madrid, they need to work on cohesion, like Adam said. They need to work on cohesion. They need to work on chemistry, understanding. They need to gel as a team. Because if the factions, if there is disorganized divisions, they're not organized, they're not together, they're not in sync with how they play style and their movement to the issues. So I think that they need to be organized too. So that's what I just say. They need to understand that. Then for what is the last post? Talking point.
Gyökeres, as if City drop points today.
I think he has reacted to that.
Let's go.
But I've not exceeded expectation. You have met expectation. You have not exceeded.
Okay, met but not exceeded. But not exceeded. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I think I'm going to stand with the opinion, Adam.
Met but not exceeded.
I don't even think he has met. Seriously.
How many is
for me, if I'm going to speak, for me.
How many is Obosco?
I expected more.
How many?
Like 30.
So
I'm not saying.
No, I'm not. It's fine. It's up to you.
Eventually, 21 is not bad, especially when you consider how the season has shaped off for most of these strikers out there. All right. So when you make because prior to coming to Arsenal, the whole hype, I was expecting like maybe 30, 35. I'm coming. So eventually the season started, and we saw how strikers were struggling to get goals. Erling Haaland, how many goals does he have? I think 25 or if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he has like 24, 25.
So he had like 24, 25. Who else? He got Thiago is where. So I now realized that, okay, maybe 21 for him is not that bad in a season that turned out to be quite difficult for strikers out there. So decent season for him, but I had high expectations. So but looking at the season, not too bad.
It's why I think I still stand as, I'm not saying you're wrong. Of course, you said what you said, the hype and all of that one day. But that's just it. The hype is just the hype. The Portuguese league is always going to be tougher than is always not going to compete it.
Yeah, when
Brother,
it's always less
if
competitive.
Victor had gone to this is not me shading any of these leagues, but if Victor had moved from the Portugal and he had gone to maybe France or Germany, there is a nice chance he's still eating 30-40. He might down it from the 60 that he did, but there is a nice chance he's eating 30-40 because those leagues compared to England, you will still find more space to work with. You would, depending on who you play for and everything, you will still find more space and all of these things. So it kind of would have still been better. But straight from Portugal to England, there was always going to be that jump in difficulty. There was always going to be that jump in difficulty, and you could tell. So yeah, for Victor, like I said, when I said the 20, I kind of had taken everything into account, and that's why I'm looking at it and I'm like, fine, good work for him so far, so good.
Okay, wrapping up the conversation, we'll take this last call. Hello, welcome.
Hello, I greet you, Eva.
Okay, last caller. What's your name?
Yes, so Eva. Yes, so good afternoon. Adam, I greet you. Good
Welcome, brother. Talk to us.
This is Dave.
Dave.
Eva, it should be said, Yoka is in a big flop. That is someone else scored 50-something goal. And how many goals has he scored in Premier League? Is he not 13 or 14, if I'm not mistaken?
14, 21 in all competitions.
How many penalties inside that goal?
How many assists has Bruno given from open play?
That is what I'm saying now. How many penalty now? There are some strikers that are not penalty takers. That are almost the same figure.
Dave, let me ask you. Dave, hold on. Can I say something?
Yes.
Who is City's penalty taker? Who is Man City's penalty taker?
Alan take now.
Who is Brentford's penalty taker?
Who is the penalty taker of Man U?
For Brentford, who is the penalty taker?
Who is the penalty taker of Man U?
That's not what I'm asking you now.
Who is the penalty taker?
Okay, so for the guy who is the penalty taker of United and does not have 10 goals this season, what are we supposed to do about that?
Who is the penalty taker of Liverpool?
And have you seen, and what are their numbers like?
That's what I'm saying now.
Any one of them feel content with them?
How many go for Ekitike in Premier League?
And he has 10. Okay, 10 and the 14. What's the difference? Dave, I am not. Dave, Alan takes penalties this season. Yes or no?
You said what?
Are we hailing Alan for being the top scorer? Yes or no?
Alan, with or without. That's why Alan is giving you that number.
With or without? But is he taking penalties for them at this point?
Okay. With without, Adam. With without.
All of a sudden, which Alan turn with without?
With without. Okay, that's why I'm mentioning the ones that does not take penalty.
I'm
mentioning the ones that doesn't take penalty.
Go on.
You understand what are we saying? The Chelsea, who is the penalty taker? How many times the Jago take a penalty in Chelsea? If Palmer did there, is it not Palmer that takes penalty? All those goals scored, most of the half of the goal he has scored is penalty. So who is a striker? What is he doing? It's not as though he hasn't done anything about it. Tell me another one.
Okay.
So
wow.
I don't have an argument with who takes penalties or who doesn't take penalties.
I think okay.
But I would say one thing, and that's what I was trying to point out when he started talking. All of a sudden, it comes down to how many penalties he has taken. Until this year, Victor was not even their penalty taker.
I think for me, the only line I was going to say is that when you talk about Bruno Fernandes assist, and then people call and say, oh, how many assists has he scored from open play? That most of the assists are from set piece.
I still don't get it.
And then, because I remember he go call and say, no, if God don't favor you, they don't favor you. If you're going to make a case, because rival fans will call and say, oh, how many assists has Bruno given from open play? How many assists has he given from set piece? And you call and say, oh, no, assist is an assist. I think you should also use the same.
So that's the thing.
You should also use the same yardstick for Gyökeres. So now come and say, oh, most of them are penalty goals. When the highest assist maker in the Premier League has had more assists from set piece
of his 19
than from
assists.
Open play.
Again, this is not me watching Bruno's quality.
I get your point, Adam. We can make that.
Of the 19 assists that Bruno has in the Premier League this season, 10, 11 of them
have been from
set plays.
Have been from set plays.
But again, you don't see anybody telling you
to come and say, unless you just want to.
You don't see anybody telling you, it is still an assist.
So if you're gonna make a case for Bruno, which I know Dave have made over and over and over again, you can't come to Gyökeres and automatically now switch the post and say, penalty or not penalty.
Even the ones that have scored more goals than Victor this season, Igor Thiago and Erling Braut Haaland, they are the penalty takers for their team. So more no waka and even this season at some point, Victor was not even their penalty taker. So if Victor had been their penalty taker from scratch, Nash chance the number would have been better. So all I am trying to point out is, you can have a conversation, you can make your point, and not try to water down someone. If you don't like somebody, just
even if it's not penalty,
just tell me say you don't like them.
The penalty no
I
easy.
will understand.
Hello, welcome.
Haaland said no risk penalty this season.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Felix calling.
Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Yes, I want to say something regarding what you guys say about either Chelsea should be praying for Everton to win Man City. To me, I don't mind Man City winning, even if it means that Chelsea will not play for 2 seasons in the Champions League. I don't mind.
What do you mean 2 seasons?
Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yes, I don't. I will be praying for Man City to win. I can't stand it for Arsenal to win the Premier League.
Okay.
Wow.
No,
okay.
And for just
Oh my God! I thought you were done. Apologies for that one. But Adam, I do understand the lineup for that game is officially out.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm doing this. But 3 p.m. on the Monday afternoon, yes, there is a Premier League game, and it is not exactly. If it was holidays like Christmas or.
You know what? Let's take this call and then run us through that lineup.
Hello. Welcome. How are you doing?
Good afternoon.
Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Peter from King.
Peter.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
I know people are doing a great job there.
Got you.
For the conversation, you know, if some people call like that and want to make an argument, if you need to argue against it, just call them off like that day.
You know what? Don't tell us what to do. Just get your point. Let's hear from you.
For the tonight match. Match is there's no way the match will win that match. It's that big draw match. And for Bucharest, you are proving me wrong. So
okay.
That is not
all right, thank you. Adam, we can't take any more thoughts, but let's run through that lineup as quickly as possible.
All right, of course, the lineups as quickly as possible. Robert Sanchez is in goal for Chelsea. They are at home for today's game. Can they find a Premier League goal for the first time in 6 games? I guess we'll find out soon. But Robert Sanchez is in goal for them. Let me let you know that, of course, that we've gone with a 4-2-3-1 formation. You will find Malo Gusto as well as Trevor Chalobah. Oh, Chelsea, I'm not going to like this one. Malo Gusto, Trevor Chalobah, Tosi Adarabioyo.
Oh, my God.
And Marco Correa, that's the back 4. In the midfield, they've gone with Moise Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, and Enzo Fernandez. Up top, they've gone with Cole Palmer, Joao Pedro. Stay with me when I say this. Jesse Derry. That's it. Exactly. I knew exactly what you were going to say.
Is that a kid from where? Jesse where?
Jesse Derry.
Okay, starting for them.
Yes, starting for Chelsea today, of course. And the Nottingham Forest starting 11. Matt Sells is in goal for them. Zach Abbott, Morato, Jai Cunha, and Luca Netz. That's the back 4 for Nottingham Forest. Dilani Bakwa, Ryan Yates, Nicolas Dominguez, and James McAtee in the midfield. And up front, they've gone with Igor Jesus and Taiwo Awuniyi. Vitor Pereira is not even hiding it. That he cares more about the Europa League right now than his relegation fight. What is this 11? Where is everybody? All of a sudden, there's no Gibbs White. Ola,
Aston Villa was criticized yesterday.
I think Ola had a little something, but there is no Gibbs White. There is no. I mean, everybody is not here at this point in time. But let's go to the bench for Chelsea quickly, of course, as we wrap it all up. Let me let you know that Philippe Jorgensen is on the bench. Levi Colwill is back in the match day squad after such a lengthy time off. Levi Colwill, of course, returns to the Chelsea squad. Jurel Hato, Reece James, Wesley Fofana, Josh Achampong, Dario Isugo, Liam Delap, and Andre Santos, all on the bench for Chelsea. There's no subject for tonight today. On the bench for Nottingham Forest, you would find Stefan Ortega, Neko Williams, Nikola Milenkovic, Elliot Anderson, Morgan Gibbs-White, Chris Wood, Eric Da Silva Moreira, Lorenzo Luca, and Omari Hutchinson. That's what the bench looks like for Nottingham Forest. This game starts at 3 p.m. and of course, on the flip side, we will tell you more. At this point in time, you hand you over to DJ Breeze for some more tunes, and of course when we come back, we'll look, of course, dive straight into this particular one. Chelsea against Nottingham Forest. Hold your breath, do not go anywhere. It is still Sports with FM. This is still the Afternoon Sports Cruise.